Pokemon Blaze Black 2 Redux is a difficulty ROM hack of Pokemon Black 2 made by Apex Cube and Drayden. I love it. I like to play with infinite rare candies and also with the shiny charm. The reason is, it's to balance out the fact that we're not gonna have as many encounters because of the rare candies, but also I limit myself to only one shiny per run. Hey, my name is I Tolerate Pudding. I've been playing Nuzlocke since a long time now, and I really like playing Blaze Black 2 Redux. I've done like 10 to 20 runs of this one, not successful yet, and I managed to get back to the game recently after a long time not being able to play it, and I really wanted to share the runs that I've had with the community because I've seen that there's not a lot of stuff about this game online. The videos are not really scripted, like I didn't write a long script for it, so most of the comments are improvised. Still hope you enjoy it, and I will see you for the next run. As always, at the beginning of the adventure, we choose a starter. All of them are really good. They all have their hidden abilities, and we choose stepping. That we immediately sent into a fight with the rival, Brian. He sends his level 6 starter, but this fight is impossible to lose. The AI is made to let you win. He will straight up avoid killing you for the entire... And we can now access the outside of the city where we can get ours... Oh. Okay. And get the second Pokemon to our team, which is Kricketot. It is a really good Pokemon. I'm really happy to see this one because he evolves before the first gym, making it quite powerful. There's a lot of people who say that this game is quite reset heavy and really hard, which I agree with, but no matter what Pokemon you get, you will be able to find a way to get through the first gym I found. We also get a gift monkey, depending on which starter you choose. And with those three, we already have a halfway full team. We can level them up a little bit, use a few rare candies, and go on to our merry way to the next trainer. Now, those ones are really not that complicated. It's just like a Batrat for youngster Terrell. We smack him, and immediately Cherry evolves. Again, it is so good. Having an evolved Mon before the first gym, really useful. And now we can access the ranch. In the ranch, we can get an encounter in the grass, and there's an encounter in the route before that. In the grass, we get Lillipup, which we name Truffle. And in the grass before the ranch, we get Lotad, which we name... Putain, c'est quoi ton nom? Your name is... Blue... Non, c'est débile. Your name is... Pineapple. Yes, Pineapple. Now with 5 Pokemon in our team, we can level everyone to level 11, which is the level cap for now, because I play with level caps on not only gym leaders, but also rival fights. Now this one, granted, is not one we really have to plan for. What can you plan when you only have 5 mons in your box anyway? So we send our Pokemon and we just kill all of them one by one. And now we can get the last team member. That team member, we get it from an egg, and all of the Pokemon you can get from that egg are really good, okay? But there is one I want. We shake it really hard, and let's see what we get.
Here comes the boy. Hello. Well, there he is.
With a full team, we can now go to the Team Plasma Grunt fight. This fight is a roadblock. Many people who attempt this game will tell you how hard it is at this stage of the game. He leads with a Intimidate Growlithe and a Mienfoo that does a lot of damage for this stage of the game, but we lead with Kale and Cherry. Those two do not care about the Intimidate, i.e. the Fake Out on Kale, which is fine, an Ember on Cherry, which doesn't kill on crit, and we do a bit of damage back. Now maybe a crit could kill us, but no, it doesn't happen. Always safe, no crits, we get a little bit of health back, go to 16 and do a bit more damage with Kale. Now we have to switch Kale out because Kale would die if he stayed another turn, and we send in the girl. The girl thinks an Ember, no problem, and we kill the Mienfoo using Cherry. Now the enemy is gonna send in one of 2 other Pokemons, and he sends Axew, which can kill Cherry in 1 tap. Nobody on the team can tank a critical hit, helping hand boosted Rock Tomb, but Pineapple might survive, so we send him in. and it doesn't crit. Never an issue. And Powder Snow should drop them to about half HP for both, and just crits the Axew. Okay, thank you, girl. And now we're in a very good position. It's only one Pokemon left after Growlithe, and it's a Joltik. Pineapple is very dead here, so we switch him out to Tomato, and Tomato can tank anything coming this turn. And especially a Helping Hand boosted Struggle Bug does 0 damage to him. And the girl takes a little bit of damage and her special attack is reduced, which is a bit annoying, but the Water Pole still does a lot of damage to Growlithe, enough to kill even, so we don't care. Now it's just a matter of cleaning up, and we take down the Joltik with Tomato, and we are down with the first fight, deathless. Now nothing stops us from going to the first gym and fight Cheren. There is an optional fight we can do against, what's her name, Roxanne, the first Hoenn gym leader, who waits in the gym somewhere, but we're not gonna do that. She is way too hard for our team, we will never do it deathless, so we go train against some wild mons, we evolve Pineapple into Lombre, and what the fuck is this fight? The Porygon is really tanky and does a lot of damage, Apom has Water Pulse, Water Gem, Dealing is useless, Dodio had to be nerfed, it was so strong, Lillipup has Retaliate, and the Munchlax is so tanky, va te faire enculer. Despite all of this, we managed to cook up something that is relatively riskless, so Cherry is so good at this stage of the game, it should be able to solo at least 2 of his Pokemon, one of which is the Porygon. It gets Technician, but it doesn't matter, we 2-shot him with Bug Buzz, and luckily he tries to set up with Workup for some reason, so we kill him immediately after. Cheren then sends Munchlax, the tankiest Pokemon on his team. But we have a strategy for him, we send Kale, who sets up a Lich Seed. That way, as the Munchlax gets sucked off, we tickle him to death.
You can't say that, huh?
While he gets drained with the Lich Seed, we tickle him, that way he does little damage and we get a lot of health back. However, Cheren wants a revenge kill with Retaliate Lillipup now, but we get lucky enough to get a crit. And now we're done with the most dangerous, so the girl takes care of the Dodio, Tomato takes care of the Dealing, and Cherry takes care of the A-Bomb. With that, we finally have our first badge. Deathless so far. This is a great run. Maybe we're gonna go all the way. Tomato and Truffle evolve, we get a robe, and with that we can fish a Surskit in the base city, and we call her Blueberry. We get to the next city, there's some story going on, we don't really care about that. But we do care about Peach, the Audino. That one allows us to reroll any other Audino encounter we get, especially here in the Furbank City complex. We reroll it and we get Paupu, the Porygon. After that we fish and we get Kelp, the Horsey, and we have a gift encounter in the form of Bulbasaur, which we name Onion. Bim bam boom, we kill a few people, we get a few items, and then we can go to the gym, destroy the 2 side trainers. We don't really care about them, but
The bull.
I love you. Again, we have to skip the optional leader, but the main one is definitely doable, and I think I came up with a good strat. In this fight, the leading Trubbish will always try to set toxic spikes, but that is why we got Onion. He's a poison type, and that way we can disperse the spikes with him. And the plan here is now, we lead with Paupu and we 2-tap the Trubbish using Confusion. Quillfish comes out next, and the strategy here is to not miss 2 Charged Beam. Fuck, we missed the first one. The second one hits, at least. And, I mean, now we risk a crit, but it never comes, right? Oh, thank God. Now, for Whirlipede, we have to send an Onion to disperse the spikes, and thankfully, we dodge the first attack. We then manage to paralyze it because the second Steamroller does not flinch us, and then we can go back and forth between Truffle and another Pokemon to stack up the Intimidates and reduce its attack. Once the attack is low enough, we can take it out easily. After that comes Cuffing, but the girl is here and she can easily solo him thanks to a combination of Yawning to put him to sleep and Bubble Beam. And now comes Ivysaur. For that one, we have to double switch once into Cherry to take the Mega Drain, we don't take a lot of damage from that one, and then to Tomato to Flame Charge it and 1-tap it. After him, fairly easy, the Ghastly comes and we already have the Assurance ready to 1-tap it, and we get the second badge, Deathless. I'm so bad at Nuzlocking. How did I get here Deathless? I don't know. But I do know that Castellia City is where we're gonna find the 3rd gym leader. Before we fight him, we have to do a few things, capture a few Pokemons, and progress in the story? There's a story in this game? Apparently. But once that's out of the way, we get access to a lot of new areas. And new areas means new Pokemon. Welcome Potatoes, the Diglett. Welcome Bananas, the Grimer. Welcome Strawberry, the Darumaka. And welcome... welcome Raspberry, the Munna. And the box is looking really good right now, which we need for the next stop, the Battle Company, which gives a lot of good prices, but first, we gotta beat everyone in it. Whoa! Almost got me. Die. No! No! No, no! Fuck! You! Fuck! Va te faire enculer! Salope! P*** de merde! Qu'est-ce que c'est que ce délire? Un crit? Va te faire... Va crever, espèce de p***! And so we get Ghost, the Cyndaquil, we get Bamboo, the Bonsly, and an Eviolite. All for the girl's life. Yay. And now we are almost done. First, we need to fight a few trainers in the gym to lead the way to Berg, but we will not fight him immediately. Once we get to him, we leave through the back door, and we have to go see this dude. That dude is Victini's guardian. Completely optional. You don't have to fight him, but if you do, you get Victini, and I like that. So I'm gonna try to fight him, but it's a double battle, it's really tough. He's got Bouffalant and Loudred as leads. Bouffalant does a shit ton of damage for this stage of the game, and Loudred has Eviolite and Boomburst, and then the ones in the back are even like also terrifying. Musharna is very tanky, has a Citrus Berry, Blossom does a lot of damage, and it has a Shedinja with ally switch. Good luck guessing which side you're gonna have to attack. So the prepping took a long time for this fight, but I think I got something that can actually work, maybe? The idea of the strategy here is to reduce the attack of the Bouffalant as much as I can, so that it does as little damage as possible. Now, can he crit and ignore the damage reductions? Yes, maybe. But as long as it does not... No. Oh, merde. Okay. We lose Paupu, and Cherry is not in a good spot either. Oh, that sucks. Oh, that sucks. I guess we can send Ghost, and if we sacrifice Cherry, we might get tempo back. So we do a little bit of damage to Blossom, and Cherry falls as well. But now we have actually pretty good tempo. With Ghost on the field, we are very well set up for the next turn where Shedinja will come out. So we take both of them out using an Akata, and it should be over. Ghost has a very good tool against the Shedinja. We have Flame Burst, which if Shedinja gets hit by the incidental damage, he will die immediately. However, I'd prefer to go with Incinerate to burn the Citrus Berry on the Musharna first, and the next turn after that, we actually kill the Shedinja with the Flame Burst. Now, it's only Musharna left on the field, and if we just put it to sleep, we have all the time to kill it. And just like that, with 2 losses, which hurts, but also it's very good for a fight like this, we beat the Guardian. We have access to Victini, all we need to do now is capture it. It's level 15, right? It's not gonna do a lot of damage, but it's still very annoying. But after like 5 minutes of chucking balls at it, we managed to get him. And welcome to the team, Orange. And with Orange, we can start planning for the fight with Berg. He leads with Masquerain and Mothim, and in the back, he's got some very strong Pokemon we have to be careful about. Now, for this fight, we lead with Pineapple and Orange. You'll see that Orange is so good. We fake out the Masquerain and one-tap the Mothim immediately. He does nothing, and on that, he sends Vespiquen. We take Pineapple out, and we do so much damage to Vespiquen, and luckily, Masquerain does not Bubble Beam Orange at all. So we can stay longer, and we can actually kill the Vespiquen immediately as well. Boom, Flame Burst erased. Now, on this turn, Masquerain does decide to do damage to Orange, and we heal it out. And with that, Berg brings Escavalier. That's a lot of water damage on the field, so we take out orange, reposition with pineapple, and with a little bit of switching on the left side and on the right side, and fake outing a few of them, we managed to bring out Ghost safely. It is very important to do a lot of damage to the Masquerade, but not as much as this. We didn't expect a crit, and we actually one-tap the Masquerade now, which leaves us in a great position for the incoming Heracross. I do not paying that Heracross to throw the match, but boy did it throw the match. Like, look at what he does. Helping Hand on the Escavalier? Fine. Flame Wheel. It dies. It doesn't matter. In comes Leaveney. Helping Hand on the Leaveney? Fine. Lunge and Flame Wheel. It dies immediately. Like, what were you thinking, Heracross? What did you want to do here? What did you try to accomplish? Well, we just kill it now. Good, great, we finished the fight, deathless even. And now we have the third badge. I'm so happy, so relieved to be out of this like stretch of fights with only 3 deaths so far. And with that new level cap of 38 now, we get a lot of new evolutions which can bring us to the next city safely. On the way, we find a guy, Colres, it's more story, we don't really care about that, and you wanna fight us? Fine. My level cap is 38, what's your... Oh, good luck.
I'm in danger!
Yes, you are. And with Colres out of the way, we can get a few new encounters. We get Parsley, the Scammery, and also we get access to the fossils. I'm not gonna revive one now, but I can revive one in the future. We also then get Carrot, the Elgim. We then get to Nimbasa City, where we have to do a few fights before fighting the 4th gym. One of which is Lenorean House, and then we have to go through like an attraction park with a few trainers there. Nothing too bad, right? Nothing too hard, nothing bad would happen in one of those fights, right?
So weak, dude. Like I can see a use with as a trick room setter in very specific sets. Like I guess that the gym leader here has like some very fast Pokemon. I could see a world where trick room works. Excuse me? What? I was not paying attention. What happened?
And with that done, we can now finish beating all of the trainers in the gym and capturing Pokemon outside. Welcome Jalapeno the Ponyta, Eggplant, and Avocado. We can also be like a few people guarding a train for some reason and take that train to a beautiful little town where we can get Trico up. Latios and Latias? I guess it's not important. We get Trico. The 4th gym is a very interesting triple battle where the enemies can actually buff each other using Discharge and Motor Drive. The way that we navigate this fight is that we want to set up Trick Room. We lead with Carrot, Potatoes, and Truffle. That way, Potatoes baits a lot of attacks, baits Ice Punch from the Electivire and Surf, Muddy Water from Lantern. That way we dodge both of them and we have free reign to reduce their special attack and set up Trick Room with Carrot. Amazing. From there, Carrot is actually the fastest thing on the field and Potatoes one of the slowest. That means that Carrot can actually outspeed the Electivire and one-shot it using Psyshock, and Potatoes will dodge another attack coming from the Lantern, which is now slower. From there, our position is so good that it's almost impossible to lose this fight, so I will leave the rest of the footage roll and you can see how it went. And with the death of the Stunfisk, the rest falls as well, and we finally get the 4th badge. We are halfway done. Not quite, but halfway through the badges. And as we walk down the catwalk, being the badass that we are, we think that nothing can stop us. That's fine. I don't need a great Pokemon on my team, right? I don't need that Huh. Anyway, we get Turnip, the Swablu on our team, we get a little bit of story, and then finally we make it to Driftvale City and the surrounding areas where we get new team members. We welcome Mushroom on our team, Algae, the shiny Corsola. Fun fact, when you send it against a Ditto, it also turns shiny. In Charge Stone Cave, we get Zucchini, that was hard to say. And we also get a gift Turtwig. Fun fact, it is shell armor, it is so good. What do you mean it lost it evolving? Fine, the box is still looking good, and we get some fossils that we can revive, and we decide to revive Lord Helix. And now that we assembled everyone, we just have to do a few more things before the clay fight, and make a few mistakes. And now we can go fight Clay. The strategy for this guy, I'm just gonna explain it while the fight goes on in the background, right? Seismitoad, not an issue, we kill him. But the problem is the Pokemon that comes right after, Nidoking. It is Life Orb, Sheer Force, Timid, Nidoking. A beast. So how do we deal with him? PP stall him. We have Pokemon that can tank anything he can throw, and if we cycle between them, like Parsley, then Sprout, then Algae, then Parsley, then Sprout, and then like 15, 40 times, he's out of PP, struggles, we put him to sleep just before, and now he's free to set up curses. With a bit of luck, he stays asleep long enough, we get 6 curses in, and we kill the rest of the team. Now, is there issues with this strategy? Yes, like he could wake up too early and we don't get enough curses. He could crit us because Sprout is not shell armor for some reason. He had it when he was a little baby. Why does he lose it when he becomes big? But ultimately it doesn't matter. We smash everyone in his team and we get the 5th badge, Deathless. Right after the fight, we are sent to a weird battle area with forced battle segments that really fuck with the team detection, thinking that half of the team died twice over for some reason, but it fixes itself right after, and we are sent also in a story segment, which, yeah, again, we don't really care about. It's just a few fights against some plasma grunts, and we toss them overboard until Getsis, maybe he's important to the story, also comes, says hi, and tosses us overboard as well. In preparation for the incoming rival fight, we have to... Cobaltian, fuck off. Shoo! We have to fight a few wild Pokemon to get to the level cap, and also do... Shiny, but I cannot get that shiny. I already have an Audino, and with my rules I cannot have 2. You have to die. Bye. I'm sorry. Thank you for coming. Once we get to the level cap of 47, we go fight our rival for the 2nd time. His team is much harder than the first one, but also very manageable, so we toss him out. We can then get to Mistralton Cave for a new encounter, and we accidentally step into a dust cloud. Welcome Cucumber. And also we can go get a Feebas in a grotto where we skipped an encounter before. Welcome Peas. We then get to the Chargestone Cave section of the game, which is kind of rough, and unfortunately we get critted on a Slowbro that somehow one-shot Raspberry, great, and we had a close encounter with a Wobbuffet, that was hard to say for some reason, which thankfully mirror-coded. It was a 1 and 2, we survived, thank God, no loss here. We make it out of the cave with a total now of 7 deaths. For this game, at this point of the game, it is great to have only 7 deaths for me. I'm really happy with how it's going, and I hope it will keep going that way. We then get an encounter with Pear, the Sneasel, we also get Date, and we as well welcome Ginger in our team. The game now throws so many hard fights your way. You have those two demons who can easily fuck up your entire team if you don't pay attention. Like, look at this. I was prepared for this and I still almost lost Turnip. And I almost lost Banana as well to an Iron Head that almost killed him. Right after this fight comes Chorus. He has what I would call an interesting team. All of them are like props. MT, Mechatyranitar? What are you? MT2? Why is there two of them? UFO? What the fuck? And they all have the same stats as Victini, so I have to try and PP stall this one by sending Sprout, then Algae, then Sprout, and... Oh fuck. Oh my god, it survived. Okay, so come back, and I guess this... Why did it Aeroblast against Algae in the first place? It should be Volt Switch, so Sprout should be safe, right? Ah, nice. We do it 10 more times, we set up, we sweep, riskless fight. We can then prepare for the next gym. This gym has a fun little gimmick that will push you around because of strong winds. Fun, right? The problem is I suck at it, and I will always get pushed into a fight that will kill my Pokemon to a fucking crit. Right before we do the actual gym leader, we have to fight an optional gym leader. I mean, we don't have to, it's optional, but it gives an air balloon, which is really good. Our strat for this fight is to stop the Slowking from setting up Trick Room, after which we reduce the attack of the Swampert as best we can, and we try to 2v1 from there. I will let you look at how that fight went. A crit, of course. And with that fight done, we can go train in the grass for the upcoming gym. Putain de merde! The fight with Skyla actually went really good. Now, my strategy is a thing of beauty. The problem is that I did not really understand how the AI works. So, we do manage to one-shot the Gligar, bait an attack from the Jumpluff, but Jalapeno is faster, so we still kill him. And then Pidgeot does this, and almost kills Pear. I did not understand at the time why he could do that attack, when there was another attack that was baited that did way more damage. But this misunderstanding of the AI will come crucial later in the video. Once the first turn is done, we actually managed to kill 3 Pokemon. This is incredible. And the rest of the fight is just a matter of dancing around and letting Lord Helix do his thing. Look at that, boom! Destroyed the Swanna. Almost entirely deleted the Aerodactyl. At this point, the fight is won, and with a few close calls like this Heat Wave on Parsley, I'm sorry Parsley, we managed to kiss the Togekiss, to kill the Togekiss, and we get our 6th badge now, and we make it deathless. But unhappy with how the fight went, Skyla tosses me into a flying plane that goes straight to the next city, where the horrors await us in Reversal Mountain. In the area surrounding the town we can get some new Pokemons. Guess which one of those do we add to the team? If you guessed Drapion, you were correct. Welcome Grapes. And in the Haunted Mansion we can also get some really good ghost Pokemon, but sadly we get the weakest one, Kiwi. Now, do you remember I told you about a demon waiting for us in Reversal Mountain? It's her. It's Bianca. Bianca is the monster. She sports some of the most dangerous Pokemon so far, and even though the first turn goes well, we fake out the Mienshao and one-shot it with Tomato, we get critted on Parsley. And here I switch in Jalapeno. I'm supposed to kill the Musharna with a 90% chance to kill it, and we miss that 90%. Meaning that Jalapeno dies. That Pokemon was supposed to handle Superior, and now I'm left having to sack some Pokemon to try and at least mitigate the damage and fake out the Superiors in like odd turns in a way to not lose too many Pokemon, but look at that, he just destroys half of my team. And that's not the end of Reversal Mountain, there's still more fights to come, and in this double battle that we have to fight in a double with Bianca, I get some of the worst RNG. Zen Headbutt crit on Peas and double attacked Giga Drain on Peas as well. That was 1 in several hundreds. And then we get a 50-50 Hyper Beam kill on Grapes. And in all of that chaos, I was flustered and I Sucker Punch on the recharge turn for Hyper Beam. What was I thinking? And because of that we lose Kiwi as well. The death count is rising, so much so that when I fix the death tracker, they're scrolling on the screen now. But we can refill the box with Starfruit, Watermelon and Tangerine. We also welcome to the team 3 unofficial team members. We cannot really fight with them, but you can look at them. There's a webcam now of the 3 pets of the house. We have 2 cats and 1 dog. That little cute one here, her name is Kinel. The dog is Pinda. And the idiot that's on top of the cat tower over there, that's my favorite, Muscal. We then immediately have an encounter with our rival again. This fight, just like the others, doesn't pose too much trouble, even though it is a bit harder than the previous times, and he was the only thing barring us from petting the doggy. Hello, Pindy, how you doing? Yes, would you bully scritchy, 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 would you good girl? Who's a good girl? Would you, oh no, the cat is leaving. After petting time, we find a Lunatone that we add to the team, and let me walk you through the thought process I had for this fight, okay? So, the enemy Sunflora sets up Drought, okay? Easy, I just need a fire attack that touches all of the enemies, and I kill them, that's easy. We have Searing Shot, and it also hits my side, and it creates pineapple, and it burns banana. What did I do? Why did I do this? I didn't read the description. Reading the card explains the card. I didn't read anything, and I was so flustered that I let Carrot die to a Mega Horn I didn't see. That's fine, we have a good box still, and we get an encounter here in Arugula, and right after that we have a fight with Benga. A scary fight, like very stacked team, but we find a strategy where one of our mons destroys the entire team except for 1 Pokemon, and that Pokemon on our team is Lord Helix. He sets up with Shell Smash and then sweeps everyone until we reposition to get Starfruit in to finish the fight. This opens up a few areas where we can get new Pokemon with Lapras, Houndour and Axeligor. There's also a secret room within this mall where you can get a special Pokemon, but to do this you need to fight with Nona. A tough fight with permanent rain where we won, we beat it, right? Like don't look at this, focus on the fact that we won. And with that we can go back to the mall and capture Rotom, a very strong and adaptive Pokemon that will help me climb to the top of this very space inefficient gym. Now in the Drayden fight, there's been a few mistakes on my part, so let me explain to you what my misunderstanding of the AI is. I thought, given 2 options, the AI would always go for the strongest attack there is. But no, if the AI does not see a kill, it will randomly choose a Pokemon on the field and do the strongest attack against them, but not necessarily the strongest attack overall. This put me here, as you can see, in a bit of a pinch. A bit of a bad situation. So how do? We steer. We send in Mushroom to try and redirect some attacks, and Broccoli in order to do a lot of damage. So we switch around, we play around, we kill a few of them, and this is where the disrespect against the AI starts. I will let the clip play, see what happens. How is Broccoli still alive? How is Peach not dying? 5 HP on 3 switch-ins? What the fuck is going on? Do you see this? 0 burns, 0 crits, not punished for this shit. And with this, I can Esper Wing the Latias, so I can kill it before it attacks, and finish off this element with a faster Broccoli that then can kill it. My god, I shouldn't have won this. And then this is the last 2 Pokemon. How do I kill them? How do I kill the last 2 Pokemon of his team? Perish Song. The lack of respect I had for Drayden in this fight is obscene. How was I allowed to do this? How was I allowed to win this fight with fucking Perish Song? I lose Date, yeah, but like look at this, like it's only 2 more turns. It's impossible for him now to kill the rest of my team. We have a 9 HP Peach on the field, we lose Mushroom, fuck, but like we won. We won this fight. 3 deaths, okay, but we won it. With the utmost disrespect to this dude. I'm so sorry, Drayden. Thank you for the 7th badge, though. I will take it and go out of this gym. On the way out, we get a little bit more story. Something about Team Plasma being bad guys, but they give us a free ice rink. They cannot be that bad, right? And on the way to the next city, we get something that is actually interesting.
Oh, Wailord.
I just love big water Pokemon. Speaking of water Pokemon, we get quite a few of those in the next encounters that we get, and there's a lot of encounters to be had. All of this is because there's preparation for the next optional boss fight, Date and Liza. It is a very tough fight. It is 8v6. In total, 8 Pokemon on their side, 6 on ours. So how do we beat them? Easy. We destroy those kids with a double banana strategy, and at the end of the fight they give us the TM for Protect. And with this TM, my smooth brain came up with a strategy to try and sweep this fight with a Quiver Dance setting Arugula. And I'm struggling a little bit with the puzzle here. Hey buddy, you okay? Finally. So let's see how the strategy pans out, shall we? The strategy here is to first turn off the rain using Turnip and baiting 2 attacks into the left with Olive, Mega Drain and Close Combat. But again, my misunderstanding of the AI is that I thought it would go for the highest damage overall, and instead, since it did not see a kill, it goes for Ice Beam. 50-50 highest damage on whichever it randomly picks, and it turned out to be Turnip. Freeze. This destroyed the strategy. I tried to salvage it, but sadly, with the rain still up, Turnip dead, my switch order is messed up, and we die to a Hydro Pump on the Arugula. After that, all of the other Pokemon follow suit, and we lose that run. I was so sad. But convinced that my strategy still could work, I tried to run it back just to see, and I still lost. So, I'll see you on the next run. Thank you for watching.